Hello, what an intro, I know. Spent a lot of time thinking about that one, I'll tell you. Now I'm here to do my final classic 80s comedy film review. I've done two already, as you will already know if you've been watching the channel. I did Arthur and National Lampoon's Vacation as my first two classic 80s comedies film reviews. And today I'm finishing off with another phenomenal classic film review comedy from the 80s, and that is Ferris Bueller's Day Off, the absolute classic John Hughes comedy that was written and directed by the legend himself, and of course stars Matthew Broderick. Now this is, for a long time, this was arguably my favourite comedy of all time. If you hear any meowing in the background, that's the cat that's made its way into the room, and she doesn't like it in here, so she meows, so sorry about that. So yeah, we have Matthew Broderick, we have Alan Ruck, Mia Sara, and the brilliant Jeffrey Jones as Ed Rooney. And this is almost a flawless comedy, and it focuses on Ferris Bueller, played by Matthew Broderick, who decides to throw a sick day at school, and he gets his best friend Cameron Fry, played by Alan Ruck, on board, who is actually on a genuine sick day, and he wants to have the best final sick day before they finish school. And he gets all his friends on board, and his girlfriend Sloane, played by Mia Sara. But however, the principal, Ed Rooney, isn't having it at all. He's had enough of Ferris Bueller's antics, of him messing him about, and he's determined to catch him out. So the whole film is Matthew Broderick having the best day off anyone's ever had in their life from school, and the principal, Ed Rooney, doing his best to catch him out in all sorts of different ways. And this is one of the funniest, best written comedies you will ever see. It's genuinely almost flawless. Not that I can give you any flaws in this review, because I can't, but I'm sure somebody could. Creating some absolutely iconic 80s characters that has it epitomizes cool, this film. It breaks the fourth wall, and at the time movies didn't do that an awful lot, and this was the first one to do it, and do it in such a way that it just felt ultra cool. It had an end credit scene, which at time was quite rare, and this was celebrated in the recent Deadpool film. And if you've seen the Deadpool film, you know why he comes out in the robe at the end asking why he's still there. You got that reference immediately. It was from Ferris Bueller. So it's one of those films that has transcended and become like pop culture almost, you know what I mean? It's ultra cool to know this film and know everything about it. And this was a film that I watched endlessly. It's genuinely hilarious. Iconic characters. Matthew Broderick epitomised as cool in this film. He kind of projected, when I watched this film for the first time, I was still at school, and he projected everything you wanted to be this when you were at school. You wanted to be this confident, cool character that could get away with anything, like Ferris Bueller. And he was an icon to many teenagers through the 80s and probably beyond. You know, there's probably teenagers nowadays that will watch Ferris Bueller and think, I want to be like him, because he was absolutely ultra cool. And the other flip the coin over, and like I say, you've got Jeffrey Jones, Principal Ed Rooney, chasing him, and his sister Jeannie, played by Jennifer Grey, who obviously went on to Dirty Dancing, who is determined as well to catch Ferris out, because she can never get away with anything at home. His sister, she has had enough with Ferris Bueller and his antics getting away with everything. There's a whole campaign generated at the school, Save Ferris. They're supposed to, this lie that is generated has created such impact in the school because he's so popular. Everyone thinks he's critically ill, so there's a Save Ferris campaign going on throughout the whole film that they keep making reference to, that is just geniusly well written into the film. And For me, this is arguably John Hughes's greatest achievement. There will be many that will argue other films in his catalogue, Planes, Trains and Automobiles, Breakfast Club, and I'm not going to disagree with any of them because they're all brilliant films. But for me personally, this is the one film, especially when I saw it the first time, that spoke the most to me as a teenager when I saw this film, and it was just absolutely fantastic. So yeah, I have to say, what a great film. Absolutely loved it. It's flawless almost, and as 80s comedies goes, it doesn't really get much better than this. I don't think I've ever met anyone that dislikes this film, and if you haven't seen it, you really must put it high up on your list of priorities for films to watch, because it is brilliant, timeless, stands up brilliantly still today. I only watched it a couple of weeks ago, most recently. Loved it to death, as always. So yeah, 9.5 out of 10. Wonderful film. Nothing else to say on Ferris Bueller's Day Off. So coming up next week will be my top 10 favourite 80s comedies. Terribly difficult list to do. I've been working on it for weeks and I still haven't got it down yet, so I'm hoping I can get some kind of list together for when I do my top 10 list, and that will hopefully be up this time next weekend with any luck. So thank you very much for watching, everybody. I shall see you next time on Screen Stars.